I'm gonna teach you 5 tripod tricks for cinematic camera movement. How's it going? My name is Jussi and this channel is all about filmmaking tips, tutorials and gear. Many people think that getting professional looking camera movements requires having an expensive gimbal or a slider or even a jib. But what if you can't afford any of those? Well, don't worry, in this video you'll learn how to get professional looking camera movement using nothing but your tripod. So the first camera movement was this very simple pan from left to right, where I used the handle of my tripod and moved it with my fingers only to make the camera movement start smoothly and to end slowly and smoothly to avoid that jerkiness in the movement. But you can also do it with a rubber band, to use the rubber band to act as a sort of like a shock absorber to make it even smoother. But I didn't have a rubber band, so I just used it the traditional way, using only my fingers. Next one is the jib shot. To do this, simply adjust 2 of your tripod legs as much as you can, and then adjust the middle leg just a tiny bit so that you can use it as a handle to move the tripod. Start the movement by having your camera and your tripod tilted forwards, and then use the handle to move it backwards and to make the camera's angle and the height to change a little bit, just like in a real jib shot. This one is something that I call a 90-degree tilt, which is kind of a variation of the jib shot. To do this, simply extend the front 2 legs of your tripod and then place your tripod to the ground and adjust the ball head of your tripod to make sure that your camera is pointing directly towards the sky, and then just lift the tripod until it's completely vertical. Now, you can also do a very cool variation of this 90-degree tilt movement by doing it in a way where you start the camera movement with your camera placed on the ground in a vertical position and then slowly moving the tripod until the camera is completely horizontal. These next tricks are probably my favorite ones. You can basically use your tripod to act sort of like a gimbal or a Steadicam. So basically you just configure the legs of your tripod and point them out to give more stability when you're doing these movements. This first gimbal shot is this kind of a traditional tracking shot where you're moving forwards, but as you can see, it doesn't look exactly as stable as a real gimbal shot. It reminds more of this kind of a Steadicam shot, which has a little bit natural handheld look, and it would be totally usable in a cinematic sequence. I also tried this gimbal shot that I call the low to the ground leading shot. The way you do it is you extend the tripod's legs as much as you can, then you squeeze them together, and then you flip the tripod around and put the camera as low to the ground as possible in front of your legs, and try to extend your arms so that the camera is not too close to your feet, and then walk as steadily as possible. And I must say, I was quite surprised how stable footage I could get with that technique. It almost looked like it was filmed with an actual gimbal. And by the way, I intentionally chose to film everything in this video in 24 frames per second so that I couldn't cheat to slow the footage down to make it appear more smooth than it actually was. So I wanted to show you guys how stable footage you can actually get with these tripod hacks. And I also did this low to the ground side follow shot where I followed my feet from the side And as you can see, the footage is incredibly stable, and that was because the heavy weight of the tripod stabilized the footage in a way that it looks almost like it was actually filmed with a tripod. And by the way, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more, subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Also, if you want to see more, watch this video over here or this video over here, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna like either one of them. Okay, thanks for watching and see you again next time. Take care.